It feels great. I'm truly excited. I'm very happy to be back. For a second, I thought I wasn't going to come, so I was like, whoa. But then we came to a middle point and we got it done. So it's going to be very exciting for me to come back and just help my team win games. And now that I'm healthy, I feel good. I'm working out right now. Probably play with my national team. I don't know. We don't know yet, but I'm just excited, man. I'm happy.
Hey, Greivis, go back to that. It almost didn't happen. How close were you?
No, because it was a couple other teams that were trying to get me at the same time, but and plus, it's a run time when you have Kyle Lowry and LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony being free agents, and then they pick where they want to go. I'm glad that Kyle signed it back with us because he's a huge piece in our family. He's big time. He's he's one of our leaders, probably one of our best players. And I was like, what's gonna happen with me now? So, but Messiah was really honest with me, and then he was telling me, how it is, and at the end we got it done, and I decided to come here. I decided to sign way before LeBron signed and all those guys, and I was like, what, I want to be back, and I want to be back in the city that I really love and I identify myself with.
Were you waiting on Kyle before you made it?
No. I mean, it was just part of the business. It's just, I think a lot of teams were holding money because they were trying to get ready to get LeBron and all that. So people weren't going to throw money to any other players unless you're really free, unrestricted. So it was a tough year to be restricted free agent. But like I say, at the end of the day, I'm in the place that I want to be at. I'm happy. My family's happy. And I'm very ambitious. I think my 2-year deal is really motivating me for to get better and to do better, because I'm sure that I know I can do better, and I know I'm worth a little more, but just the fact that we're building something special here, you take any pay cut or you sacrifice anything because you want to win, and I want to win, and that's how we feel here.
With Kyle returning, obviously he's going to be the number one point guard. How do you see your role evolving over the next years?
To me, it's not about being a number one or a number two. To me, it's about winning. So whether I'm coming off the bench, whether I'm shooting threes, passing the ball, whatever it takes, man, I want to win. Whether I have to get people better in practice and start talking a little trash and make it competitive, that's what I do. So I just love the opportunity of winning. And we have a great chance to continue, what we have been building, since last year. So I just love this opportunity. I think it's great for me.
Obviously, the balance of power has really shifted in the Eastern Conference with free agency, players moving around. Where do you think that leaves the Raptors in terms of their ability to be successful?
Right now it's the summertime, so right now as players we have to get better as an individual and come back here and gather ourselves for training camp and do it collectively, play together and all that stuff. So right now for me, is the most important thing is just to get better. You can't control what's going to happen during the season. Right now it's just you have to find a way to bring something new for training camp and be in the best shape that you can possibly be at, and we'll see what happens. But I'll tell you this. I'll take my chances with my team. I think we got a pretty good team, and you got to give credit to management. They kept everybody. Everybody's excited to be back. They're doing a lot for the fans, and that's huge, man. That means they care, and that's why we came back here, because we do care and we want to be here in Toronto.
You mentioned there was a couple other possibilities. How real were those other possibilities?
They were real, they were real. I had some phone calls that I never thought I was going to get, and I was back home. I was in Venezuela. I just flew in 2 nights ago. But I tell you this, man, I'm going to be honest, my heart is here. So it was going to be hard for me to go somewhere else. Whether I come off the bench, whether I'm a starting point guard, it doesn't really matter. It's about being happy. It's about winning. It's about, building a legacy. And I think we can all do that here.
Did those teams stress that your play down the stretch with the Raptors was part of the reason they were calling you?
For sure, yeah, for sure. What set me back a little bit was, my ankle, my right ankle surgery, so my scope. So teams wants to see you. They want to see you healthy, but now, to me, the 2 years is going to give the whole league another vision about me, because this summer I'm not going to have any type of setbacks or anything like that. So I have a chance to work on my body and get better and come to training camp healthy as never, you know. And that's a big plus for me, because the last 2 training camps I've been struggling, to be honest. But I don't miss any games. So that's a good balance. So now the positive thing is that I'm on a winning team with great group of guys coming back too, with a chance to win and healthy. So that's pretty good to me.
How different is your life today than it was a year ago?
Way different, way different. I gotta thank you guys, the fans, management, because this is a dream come true. You know, signing your second contract is something that I always dream about, and I'm very humble about this opportunity, and I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna do my best.
Talk a little bit about your relationship with the city and being a Pan Am Games ambassador and what that means to you.
It's such an honor. Being an ambassador for the Pan Am Games is a blessing to me. It's something that came out of nowhere. They choose me out of many players, and I'll tell you this, I got many different things to say, great things to say about the city of Toronto and about the games, because the Pan Am Games are one of the best and most powerful sport event in the world, and we're gonna have it here in Toronto. So I'm gonna have the chance to go back home and tell my whole country how great Toronto and Canada is. So to me, it's a great opportunity to not only promote the games, just to show the whole city that, you know, Toronto is where it's at. This is the city. This is where you want to be at. And we got to stop being like, oh, do you really like Toronto? No. We should be confident that, you know, this is a city that everybody wants to come here and play and hang out and go eat dinner. And if you want to eat Venezuelan, it's a ton of Venezuelan restaurant, or Italian or Portuguese or whatever. So that's Toronto right there. So I really like that.
You talked a lot about your family at the end of the season. How important was it to come back to
Huge.
Toronto from?
Huge, you know, huge. My family, obviously, they make a huge impact in my life. My girlfriend, my 2 kids. We love Toronto. We love the school system. So my daughter was speaking English in like 2 or 3 months. We were really excited about that. You know, imagine my daughter coming to my house, speaking to me in English for the first time. That was the best feeling ever. So my son is, you know, he's only 2 years old. So I want him to, you know, follow up the pattern that his sister is going through right now. So we all wanted to be back. I think my whole country wanted me back here too. So
One of the things is obvious over the season, you expanded your responsibility, your game, the longer you were here. And at the end of the season, you were out there covering Joe Johnson. So what should we expect next year? Where
you know, like I say at the beginning, I'm ready to do whatever it takes. I'm one of those guys that, you know, do things sometimes I don't even show it on the stat sheet. So it's about winning, man. I've been in losing teams, and I'm tired of losing. And this past season, it felt great to be back in the playoff and winning and having a chance, putting yourself in a situation when you go to any city or you have any game by any given night and you know you have a chance to win. Man, that's the best feeling. That's the best feeling ever. And I'm not going to trade that feeling for any money or for anything like that. I think at the end of the day, if you win a lot of basketball games in any team in this league, you will get paid. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 years here.
How much winning do you think you're going to do this season?
Well, you know, we can't really guarantee that, but you know, if you really analyze what we went through last year and the way that we did things last year, I think this year the expectations are going to be even higher. So, as you guys and us, we have to be patient. We're just not going to jump in and be, you know, a great team. I think we still got to work on little things, and then, you know, we gotta stay together the whole time. We gotta grind together. We gotta remain humble and stay hungry. But I believe at the end of the day, we're gonna figure it out and we're gonna find a way to win.
And what are your thoughts on the new additions, James Johnson and the rookies?
Well, like I say, management is doing a great job keeping the guys together and then bringing guys here that are gonna help. So I never doubt Masai. Masai is a big-time GM, you know, and he know what he's doing. And you know what I like about him, like you guys say about me, that I'm not afraid? I don't think he's afraid at all. So that's why we like him a lot. He's a pretty honest guy. that tells you things how it is, and then when you keep a relationship with that honesty, that it's gonna be a relationship where both parties are gonna win. So the new additions are gonna be great for us, and I'm sure they're gonna help us a lot to win games.
Have you seen a little bit of summer league and some of the young guys?
I mean, it's being so hectic. I was in Venezuela when we got the deal done, and the next day I was going to the airport like around 3 in the morning trying to catch a flight to come to Canada. So I couldn't really see much, but I saw a couple games yesterday, and I saw the game yesterday or the day before, and then those guys are very athletic, very young, so it's not like we need so much from them right now. So we have a really great group of guys that have experience in the NBA, so they're gonna learn a lot, and they're gonna help with their energy and their enthusiasm, and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really excited. It's just like when you have your first baby, you always want to hang out, and these guys are gonna be fun to be with.